It's like radiology, essentially. It's like the field of radiology, basically.
Very cool.
It's just like, it's in the same family as like a rad tech or, like a rad tech or a endoscopy.
So he's going to school then, I'd assume, right?
Yeah, he's going to school right now. He's going to have clinical soon, which apparently are going to be crazy.
That's cool. What's clinical? Like just like
working in a hospital, like
okay.
like shadowing someone.
Oh,
basically.
so he's already got his like bachelor's then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, he's like getting his master's then.
Pretty much. It's a second bachelor's because he already.
It's like a double major then.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. I think so. I can't pretend I know too much about this shit, truthfully. But
the only reason I'm getting my bachelor's in neuro right now too. So.
Oh, you going for nursing?
No, just like neuroscience. Like I want to do I don't even know, some sort of like cognitive therapy kind of thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Do you like work at like rehab facilities, stuff like that?
Yeah, stuff like that. I just got this internship to I don't know how to explain it because I don't know very much about it, but you put on this VR headset, and inside the VR headset you're a car, and it's supposed to be like an anxiety reducing thing. So if you can make the car go 0 miles an hour, and you have the EEG on, so it's like measuring how much activity is in your mind. And yeah, so it's just like that's what I'm trying to do right now. It's just some like emotional cognitive therapy kind of thing.
That's awesome. Honestly, to me, that sounds like a pre-med major.
Yeah, it probably. I just don't want to do all the fucking extra shit. I can't. I don't think
12 years of school.
Yeah, it's just too much for. Like I'm just grinding through what I can.
Making barely above minimum wage in residency.
Exactly. I just can't. What? Right. And then but do you go to school or no?
Not currently. I'm thinking of going back. I'm like trying to.
You went at one point though.
Yeah, I went to school. I got my bachelor's in communications, and then I was gonna get an associate's in radiologic technology, like learn how to take X-rays and stuff.
Very cool.
That same family of like what Vinny's doing, but then I dropped out because I was just like not in a bad place, but in a distracted place.
Yeah. Yeah. I get you on that.
It just wasn't the right mindset to be in for something like that because you have to take it seriously. You're, taking an X-ray. It's like you're working with radiation still, and it's dangerous.
Totally, that's awesome.
And you have to know a lot. You have to know everything. And I don't know if you took anatomy for neuro. But,
I did.
Yeah, you have to know all 206 bones, which I'm terrible at remembering shit.
You get that Miller High Life.
Yeah. Promo.
Exactly. It's all just an advertisement.
Drink Miller, listen to Oolong.
Hell yeah, that's beautiful. I think this will be fine for the interview. And I'll probably just sit there because I don't know. He normally sits there and I stand up here, and you don't have to look at the camera. You can just look at me.
Oh yeah, I figured don't look. Is that like a film?
No, I mean we're just really just winging it, but it's been cool so far. Like our last interview, do you know Native Nod?
Nah.
They're like they're like this young group of kids, 16-year-olds, and they would just like scream really profound things into a microphone. They were pretty cool though.
Sounds sick.
And they're all brothers. I don't know how they came together, but so far it's been pretty cool. We're just kind of throwing it together though.
Yeah, I'm terrible with new bands. I tend to get locked into at least just me. I just tend to get locked into a group of artists that I listen to, and then it changes periodically. And sometimes I always try to check out new music when it comes out, but I'm not always up to date on it.
Native Nod's actually like an old band. They're Moss Icon era kind of thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they were pretty. They had a vineyard, and we went there, and they gave us wine. It was I don't know, it was a good time.
That's sick,
yeah, it was just cool just seeing adults doing their own shit.
That's awesome. I also saw y'all interviewed
Joe Reinhardt from Algernon.
That's awesome. And Limited to One in New York. That's cool.
Yeah, we have honestly, I have no idea, but we were doing Seisha next week, and yeah, I know it's crazy. We have some pretty big ones. It's just weird, no one, or maybe it's just not that cool of an idea, but no one has ever tried it. So everyone's said yes. We have Foxtails next week too, and
they're really good.
Yeah, it should be cool. Should be cool. All right. Do you want to know kind of what the doc's about, or you want to just jump right into it, or?
I'll take a look at it beforehand if that's or whatever.
Well,
Like,
you can. I mean, if you want to look at all the questions, you can. But like,
oh, not that there's anything I wouldn't approve
like
of.
just a
I'm just
prep, you know. The document, it's called Finding Peace Through Hardcore. So it's kind of like just about like why you gravitated towards like making this kind of music and like, I don't know, emotional catharsis, stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Pretty simple, nothing too crazy. It'll be quick too. You want to jump right in?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So, just introduce yourself and the band you're with.
My name is Matt. I play guitar for the band called Oolong,
Very cool.
and I run the Instagram sometimes.
All right. A bit of Oolong lore. When and how did you guys form?
So Vinny started writing songs on acoustic guitar in, I want to say, around 2018, 2017. He had done a lot of acoustic Bandcamp projects, and after a while he was like, all right, I want to start like a full-on band, like a full-fledged emo band. And so he started writing the tracks back in like 2018, like just the skeletons of the tracks, and they were just ideas he was going to work out when he had a full band behind him. Scott was the first other member of Oolong, and so him and Scott just collaborated on a lot of the tracks, and and then I'm trying to think of like the order that we all joined.
Yeah, no worries.
I think Sam was third because we knew Sam through Stippling and like a couple of other bands, Remote Drive. We knew he was touring with them, and we really liked his chops. He was really good. Or Vinny liked his chops. I wasn't in the band at this point. So Vinny just followed Sam on Instagram on the Oolong account. We had it at that time around like 2019. And we had a couple of videos up, a couple of clips of songs we were doing, like just us, Scott and Vinny practicing them. And I guess Sam took a peek at it and liked what he saw, and he messaged Vinny like, yo, what's up? And then they got to talking, and Sam joined the band. And then Vinny called me shortly after, and he was like, yo, Sam joined this band. Do you want to do this with me too? Like, you know, we're all best friends. Like, I want to do this with y'all. I don't want to do this with strangers.
Okay,
type of deal.
So that's, I mean, I guess that's kind of a good segue.
And then, I'm sorry, Jesse joined the band after that. Too.
Okay.
I forgot to mention that.
So you guys were friends before then, I assume.
Mm-hmm. We were all, like, besides Sam, we only knew him through music and stuff.
Yeah.
All of us have been friends since childhood.
Okay. Childhood, very cool. Like middle school, elementary school, like how deep are
I've
we
known
talking?
Scott since elementary school. Vinny and Jesse have known each other since elementary school, and then we all sort of became a group of friends around high school. Like that's when all of us were talking to each other. And
did you like jam and have other bands prior to, or you just like all independently kind of made?
So I never tried to. I always wanted to start a band, but I never got it off the ground. I could never find a drummer.
Yeah.
I was like 15, 16. I didn't know anyone. Scott and I were just a duo that played guitar and bass. So that was a thing for a while. Vinny had never, before Vinny got into emo and DIY and punk and stuff like that, he never thought about making music as far as I know. He played guitar for a long time. He played guitar since he was, I want to say like 14.
Okay.
Because he really liked Green Day, and then he started taking not guitar lessons. He took a guitar class in high school.
Yeah.
So that got him into it, and then once I got him into emo,
that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, on the weekly Oolong, episode 66, Robbie faces Pilaf of DBZ. Were there more episodes? And if so, did all members of Oolong partake?
There were no other episodes. That was a one-off.
It just says like week 6, or
I love the way Robbie says it in that video. They're just like, finally, we can execute episode 66. I know we've all been waiting for this, as if there were many other episodes.
Yeah, it seems like there's just so many more. Okay. So you guys all watched Dragon Ball Z, or was it just a Robbie thing?
Excuse me. That's how we got the name for the band. We were watching Dragon Ball, Vinny and I, and I had said, we got up to the episode in the beginning called Oolong the Terrible, where Oolong's introduced. And I was just like, yo, that'd be a sick band name, Oolong. It's got 2 syllables. It's short. I feel like it's memorable. It's weird. So I proposed that to Vinny. He was like, oh yeah, I'll think about it. And then it just stuck.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. I'm not the biggest fan of DDC, so I didn't even know that. So what music did you guys listen to before punk, emo, or whatever you describe the genre as? And what was the first band or song that really got you hooked?
So I had been into punk and punk adjacent music, I would say, since I was in 5th grade. I grew up on it. I played a lot of Tony Hawk's Underground, and like that has just some banger songs from all different genres. Had like Johnny Cash on there. I'm trying to think, just like a bunch of punk bands and stuff. I think like NoFX, of course, NoFX. They're like the skate punk band.
Okay.
But yeah, so I mean, I had been into it for a long time. What's funny about Vinny is Vinny was never really like, he was into Green Day and like Fall Out Boy, a couple of other bands, but he wasn't like into punk. And then when Vinny and I were getting close and hanging out more, like back in high school, I showed him a bunch of pop punk bands because I was into that at the time, like around 2015.
Like what kind of pop punk bands?
Like Real Friends, Neck
Okay.
Deep,
Yeah,
all them.
cool.
Yeah, so
Straight out Warped Tour kind of thing.
yeah, the Warped Tour pop punk stuff. Prime khaki shorts, pizza era.
Of course.
But yeah,
what about the other members? Were they?
Scott had gotten into punk around the same time I did, or when he got more into punk the same time I got more into punk, around 9th grade, I want to say. Jesse had always been into like punk and emo. I think he'd been into it since he was like 10. He was like really young when he started getting into it, so he always loved it.
Growing up, what did the kids in your area listen to?
Honestly, I didn't have many friends in my area when I was growing up. I mean, I don't know what they were listening to around here. Just a lot of, I guess, like the pop rap kind of stuff. That's what a lot of people were into. Being into punk wasn't a really very common thing, at least in the area I grew up in. It was kind of hard to find other punks, so that's why I resorted to just trying to get all my friends into it and like forcing it on them.
Hell yeah, dude. It obviously worked out well. And well, I guess you kind of answered this. In general, did you feel like you fit in growing up?
Yeah, nah, I never felt like I fit in. I always felt like a square peg in a round hole, whatever it is. I always felt like an outsider, and that, you know. But when I got into this, when I started going to shows and stuff and seeing bands, I just felt very comfortable. I was like, yeah, I'm just in a room full of people who are, you know, maybe not exactly like me, but they're into the same kind of thing, and they're not judging anyone for the most part.
That's how I feel too. So that's beautiful. So I guess you kind of answered this one too. You're really one step ahead of the game. How did you find belonging? I know, and like I know some of these questions are kind of like just fast, but
no, that's all good. I think it was just getting into things that I knew I liked, and just embracing the side of me that really, you know, enjoyed my music and my hobbies, and I sunk all my passion into that. And when that happened, I would say that's when, you know, I kind of felt like I was like, yeah, I feel like I fit right in. And it was, you know, obviously like I had just said before, I'm sorry, you may have to cut some.
Dude, we're gonna edit. Don't you say whatever the fuck you want.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, when I got into punk, like that was
it.
That was it.
So besides, like, when you're not making it, like, what do you do to find like solace outside of music? Like you spoke about your hobbies a little bit. Like, what else?
I like skating around. You know, skating is just it's really fun. It's one of those sports where there's no competition. You know, and it's like you could be as good as you want to be, and nobody's really judging you. It feels the same way as punk. Like
okay.
I feel like skate and the punk communities are very adjacent, just in feeling, and like obviously like shared music interests. I feel like a lot of skaters are into punk.
Totally.
But yeah.
Okay. How has integrating into the DIY scene? You've kind of answered these questions. How has integrating into the DIY scene, from an artist standpoint, impacted your life?
It's been just amazing, the reception we get, and the support and the love we get from the DIY community is just outstanding to me and everyone in Oolong, because people have said like we kind of came out of nowhere, and it's true. Like we didn't know anything about DIY or putting out music, or we didn't even have a Twitter for a while.
Yeah.
People had to tell Vinny to make a Twitter because like that's where the DIY scene lives nowadays. But yeah, that just that like the reception and just the embrace we've gotten from the DIY scene, we've always been really grateful for that, because it's not like we weren't in any bands before this. Like we didn't really know about shows happening in our area, so like it's not like we were like in it. Like we knew about some, but like we weren't like in it. So it was just really cool.
Did you guys like, when you were younger, did you go to the punk shows and stuff like that, or was it really just this whole new experience?
I started when Scott and I started when I was like 14. We were going to shows. Like we started out going to like the big metalcore shows and stuff, like Crown the Empire and whatever the fuck was happening at that time. And then we started slowly getting into like hardcore. We were going to see like Backtrack at AMH and stuff like that. And yeah, like it just slowly evolved from there. And I'm sorry, what was the question again?
You answered it perfectly. Before music, what were your goals in life?
I didn't really have any. I just wanted to be in a band. I know it's probably a kind of a cliche thing to say as a band member, but that's all I could really see myself doing. Ever since I saw MCR music videos when I was like in 5th grade, I was like, yo, these guys are so cool. I want to do some shit like this. And when I saw, I would watch like YouTube videos. Oh, I'm good actually, thank you. Could I actually snag one of your boats?
Yeah. Let me find my place. I already asked you this behind scenes, but what do you guys do for work?
So I work at a hospital. Vinny, right now, he's just going to school. I was on like the whole nuclear medicine thing. He's going to school to be a nuke med tech, so that's a lot of school, a lot of time. So he actually can't have a job for that major. Scott is a full-time electrician union, like he's a union electrician, however you say it. And and Jesse, he works. It's like half a warehouse job and half an office job, I think. I think it's a sign company, I want to say. And yeah, I think Sam just, as far as I know right now, he's just touring full time. He's had different jobs. He's had like office jobs before and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, he's kind of in some big things too.
Yeah.
What was the concept for the title About Your Imaginary Friend?
So, I'm trying to remember what Vinny explained to me. Basically, the concept of AIF is the imaginary friend is your ideal self, and it's what you aspire to be, basically, if that makes any sense. Like we were actually gonna do a spoken word track that kind of explained the concept of it, but that kind of just got lost in production.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's basically about just reaching an ideal version of yourself and not being quite happy with the place you're in at the moment, but you're kind of okay with it.
How do you reach your ideal self? Sorry, I'm coming in the fucking shot.
Oh no, I'm good.
Like what is there a step by step?
I guess it's just up to you. Just whatever goals you may have. You just try your hardest to reach them and really get into your passions, because it's such a cliche thing to say, but really you only got one life to live. You might as well make it a good time.
Beautiful.
But it's not always going to be good times. I would say that's the whole idea behind it.
Okay, beautiful. I guess you kind of just talked about it, but speak on the relationship with drugs. How do they positively or negatively affect you or people around you?
I mean, so we're pretty open about how much we smoke weed. I think that's just a thing with us. I never, I wouldn't recommend somebody under the age of 21 smoke weed. I mean, I certainly started before 21. which is not good because your brain develops, I think, until you're 25. But I already started, so fuck it. So yeah, we're all pretty open about us smoking weed. Scott actually is straight edge. Scott doesn't drink or smoke or do anything. But as far as other drugs, we definitely don't promote the use of other drugs and don't advocate for it. If you're a drug addict, I would advise seeking help, trying to reach out and finding programs. But Roxy specifically, I feel as though people could misconstrue the title like it's promoting Roxy's and cigarettes, like it's promoting drugs. But if you read the lyrics to it, it's about losing a friend to drugs and overdose and how it can profoundly affect the people in your life. It's about a friend of ours who unfortunately passed away, and the song is just, it's about, it really is an anti-drug song, I would say. The title can definitely be, misinterpreted, but it is one, as I think I speak for the whole band when I say it's an anti-drug song.
Beautiful. Sorry, I'm like trying to bounce back and forth. Normally I just have one job. How about the relationship with your family? How do they feel about the music you make?
So my family raised me on rock music and guitar music and just all different kinds of music. So they were always telling me to be creative and try to do something that involves creativity with my life. So when I started doing this band and taking it more seriously, like after years of trying to be in a band and stuff like that, when Oolong started happening and it was getting really serious, they're very supportive. They're always very supportive. My dad and my mom, they always want to know what shows we're playing and what we're up to. So my family has always been very supportive of it. I'd say the same for Scott's family, Sam's family for sure. Vinny's family, they are supportive of him too, but they just have a different stance on it. Essentially, they want him to focus on different things, I guess. But that's just them. Everyone's different.
Of course. So are your families is your family musicians, or why so much advocacy for the art?
I would say my family are just music lovers, concert lovers. They love rock and roll music, like old rock and roll music and stuff like that. Even some new stuff too. They like us, which is cool. I'm surprised by that.
Okay, so they listen to all your songs and
I don't know about all our songs, but probably some of them. But yeah, they're not musicians. Like my dad played a little bit of guitar, and that's kind of what made me want to pick it up. I saw him playing an acoustic when I was like 8, and that made me want to pick up a guitar, and they were supportive of that. So, but yeah, definitely not like musicians that were releasing albums.
Just good supportive parents. It sounds like that's awesome.
For sure, I'm lucky. I'm definitely lucky. I consider myself lucky.
That's really, really beautiful. Thematically, a lot of the songs that feel as if they're touching on anxiety or isolation. How do you cope with that?
I think Vinny could speak more for that than myself. I would say that Vinny, the songs are definitely about a lot of Vinny's anxieties and general stressors that he's dealt with in life. But
how about yourself though? Do you feel any, I hate to put you in a box, but any mental health kind, or I'm sure you find some peace in the things you guys make too. Do you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so if it's not uncomfortable, what do you kind of struggle with, or you know what I mean?
I think the reason why Vinny and I particularly are very good friends and we mesh so well is because we share a lot of similar anxieties and we sort of share similar personality traits. Like we're both ADHD. We're both very ADHD. Vinny's ADHD is different than mine. Like I'm more shy and reserved and kind of stare into space ADHD, and Vinny is more like bouncing off the walls ADHD. So we it's like yin and yang. It melds together well. But yeah, just the general anxieties, life stuff, growing up, things like that. Time's running out. I just try to remember to take everything a day at a time. Um, and I would say, if somebody was seriously, like really, really struggling, they should, seek out whatever help they can, good help. And, but I've never really felt that way in particular. I've always just been like, yeah, this is how I think. This is what I deal with. I'll live with it. If I feel like if it's seriously doing damage to me, I'd definitely seek help. But I've always just felt like just comfortable enough, if that makes sense.
Just like the typical social anxiety.
Yeah, definitely shyness, general shyness, stuff like that.
It's all good. I think I already asked this. How do you find self-worth and solace outside of music? Did I ask that already?
I'm not sure, but I could answer it again. Like solace outside of music.
Yeah, like I guess it's kind of like pertaining to hobbies, or like what do you to find peace? Like do you go sit in a field and meditate, or do you?
I like going on walks. I like going on. It's funny. I like going on long walks on the beach, but really, it's true. I love walking. My job involves a lot of walking. I think that adds to it. I like skateboarding. I think I was talking about that before. I like skateboarding, riding around on my cruiser board too. That's always fun. I like watching like nature documentaries, stuff like that. That's very calming to me. And what I like bike riding too. That was the other thing. I love riding bikes on a trail. It's awesome. Super fun.
So wholesome. It's so odd to me sometimes. Like it's just like because we hear your shit from like such an outside perspective, and it just seems like it's just and then it's just I love bike riding. It's just really it makes me smile.
I'm a real punk rocker.
Exactly. It's just awesome, Any fears of growing up or moving on?
Moving on, I think that's something you have to do in life. That's just something. If you don't, there are just some things. If you don't move on, it's really just going to eat at you for a long time. There's things you should deal with and things you should definitely confront, but there are also things that you need to be like, all right, this isn't what I need to worry about. I need to set that aside. And what was the thing? The other thing.
Any fears of growing up?
Oh, fears of growing up? Absolutely. Absolutely. That's father time. I fear father time, for sure.
Oh, like you being a dad. I was like, I thought you said your relationship.
Oh, no.
Was good.
Oh, no. Father time, like, I think it's like you're saying, like, the god of time,
yes,
whatever.
Okay, I totally get you. I thought, oh man, I really read into that in a different way. I'm so scared to go
Apologies
home
to any father time fans out there.
In terms of media outside of music, what do you guys consume? Like you mentioned nature documentaries and I like DBZ.
Yeah, I'm a fan of just like anything with good cinematography. I love photography too. I like art. Like I like paintings.
What's like your favorite movie or favorite anime? Give me some.
Ooh, I mean, I feel like this is a lot of people's favorite anime, but I'm very big into Evangelion. I feel like it's a lot deeper than people think. It's really cool. It's a little creepy, but I like it. And my favorite TV show, Trailer Park Boys. You can't go wrong with Trailer Park Boys. That's why we sampled it on the album.
How about favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Jeez.
I'm gonna ask you a double hard one. What is like the movie that you feel like, and this one it might be unanswerable, but like that most feels like an Oolong movie, kind of like it represents an Oolong vibe.
And well, I guess I'll answer that last one first. End of Evangelion, probably, or something.
Oh, it's like a group thing, so everyone likes it.
Oh yeah, or Vinny likes it. I don't know if Jesse's watched it. I don't know if Scott watches anime, and I don't know about Sam either. But Vinny and I are fans. Yeah, that, or I don't know if there's any Dragon Ball movies. Probably that. It would probably be an Oolong movie. We actually, one time we played a show and we had a projector playing a Dragon Ball Z compilation in the background while we played, and I thought it was so fitting. And my personal favorite movie, The Big Lebowski. I have so many. I have like a bunch of like posters of the dude
Yeah.
up in my room and stuff. It's kind of sad.
Wait,
I
is
should
Big
probably take some
Lebowski
down.
Coen Brothers?
Yep, that's
Okay.
Coen Brothers.
I love the Coen Brothers are my. I like Sorry to Bother You. I think that's my favorite. Wait. No. What's that one called with George Clooney and like Brad Pitt? You know what I'm talking about?
I'm blanking.
No worries.
Blanking.
Now it's getting on the tip of my tongue, so don't bother me.
And I was just gonna say, as like a half Italian New Yorker, I like the Scorsese movies. I didn't say that right. Half Italian New Yorker. Scorsese's good.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Like King of Comedy, right? It's Scorsese, right?
Like Goodfellas, Casino.
Yeah,
like the mob movies.
What did he just put out? He just put out that one with Oscar Isaac, right? About, I don't even know, like some card game, another real casino kind of one.
Oh, I have no idea. I'm terrible with movies, like the current movie. It takes me months to watch movies that came out and everyone was hype over it. And then by the time I watch it, everyone's over it and talking about another movie.
I get you. Okay, we're just about done. We're wrapping up.
Cool.
For the kids who don't have a musical outlet, what's your advice? For the kids who just can't go up on stage and just play or scream their heart out, what do they do?
Just find anything that involves creativity to get into. Anything. And it doesn't have to be like a form of art or photography or anything. You know, it could be a damn sport if that's what you enjoy, like football. Like, I don't know. Just anything. If you know you feel like you can't get up on a stage. Me personally, I feel like anyone can make music if they believe in it. And and honestly, I think that's not to go off track, but I think that's sort of a message we wanted to bring with the album too. Like when we recorded it, we kept in a lot of mistakes and stuff like that because we just wanted to give off that vibe. Like, yeah, we're just we're not machines playing the perfect riffs. Like we hit a dead note sometimes. We're individuals that are just making music, and we didn't study music. We didn't do anything. We didn't do anything crazy. We just started doing it. We wanted to make music we liked.
I like the support the mistakes thing. That's really awesome.
Yeah, we wanted it to have that real feel, like it was coming from some sad dudes in a basement, basically.
That'll go with the trailer.
Oh, awesome! I made the trailer cut.
You made the trailer cut. What has the DIY scene taught you?
It's taught me a lot. It's taught me that you can be in DIY and do anything, almost anything. You could be an artist, a photographer. You don't have to be in a band or anything like that. And people are very supportive and helpful. For the most part, I'm sure, there's always cases where people fuck up and shit happens, but yeah, I just think DIY really does have a place for everyone.
Beautiful. Do you consider DIY just creation in general, or is it because when I think about DIY, it's a pretty punk oriented kind of subject, but
oh yeah, for sure.
What are you referring to, DIY, just general creation, or are you referring to just the punk scene?
I mean mostly punk, the stuff that I guess just the stuff that's happening right now. Not all of it is punk. It's it's a lot. I guess I'm referring to the more broad DIY scene than the individual DIY the punk scene, but it includes that too. It's just the whole umbrella of DIY, if that makes sense.
Of course. Any cool touring stories?
This tour that we're coming up on is the only tour we've ever done. We did a mini tour. We did a weekend in Jersey, and that was really fun. We played, I think both nights we played with Tilted, and that was the first time we played with Ogbert. And this is actually a good story. The night we played with Ogbert and met all of them for the first time, I'm trying to remember what happened. It was just this basement somewhere in New Jersey. It was a random basement. It was called the Meth Lab. And we played, and it was just it was a cursed set, but it was just so awesome. It was an awesome cursed set, not cursed in a negative way. Like there's
What is a cursed set?
just like it's just like weird shit happening. Like I lit up a bunch of joints while Rick Murphy started and started passing them out to the crowd and stuff. And
Thank you so much for saying
really,
that. Who is Rick Murphy?
Rick Murphy, he's a very special individual. He's a social butterfly. He's at every single one of our shows. He's usually in the background. So if you come see us on tour this summer, look for Rick Murphy. You will find him. He's a social butterfly.
We went to one of your shows like a while back. I think I have a picture of it. We have a picture with you actually.
Was it at Brooklyn? Not Knitting Factory, the other one. We
Yes.
did with Carly Cosgrove.
Yes,
Yeah.
dude.
I remember meeting you. I think you were wearing the Your Arms Are My
I was
Cocoon
wearing
shirt.
the same shirt. I just realized that today. We have a picture with you though.
That's fucking awesome.
What? Oh, I guess the farthest you guys have been is New Jersey. I was gonna ask what city shows Oolong the most love, but you'll find out in Atlanta maybe.
We get a lot of love in Jersey. In New England in general, Connecticut. I don't know if Connecticut's included in that. I think that's a tri-state more than New England. But yeah, Connecticut was really cool to us. Rhode Island was really awesome to us.
All Oolong fans are fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I'm looking forward to seeing what cities on tour show us the most love. You know, I'm very interested. This is really our first time going out of our way like this, like going this far for this band. And honestly, a lot of these states, it's most of our first times ever being there. Yeah, we have
This one, but
oh yeah, I remember that. I was wearing the bucket hat.
yeah, gave me definitely a little bit, but you were just so hyped after the show. It was cool though.
That was awesome.
Okay, this is my last question. So, any final words or messages from Oolong to the community?
Just keep creating for the sake of creating. Do this shit if you love it, you know?